Is there one particular adoption where those that moment sticks out for you the most?
Not necessarily, although the one I was in before moving to Netherlands and before being locked down and in front of a screen all the time at one of the banks was one where there were moments where it was like, wow, this is very nice. And unfortunately, it's not proceeding anymore. I do hope there will be a case study from that. But it's one of those cases where a lot of people where we worked with then, they've actually ended up leaving, and they're now looking to repeat that same thing in another company again. Um, I always feel, it's hard because on one hand, it didn't proceed anymore within that company. So from that perspective, eventually after a while, you would say it wasn't successful, and at the other and the other perspective, and the one that I find more important, is it has impacted the people who were part of that so much that they go somewhere else, and they are kind of seeking for repeating that or repeating part of that.
And that's the one thing that I've found consistent, I think, when I've worked with organizations adopting it less or just looking to use parts of it. It's the organization will get some benefit, but the real impact seems to be the broader systemic effect on people's lives and the things they go off and choose to do afterwards, and how they carry that torch on with them, looking to trying to recreate or improve upon what came before. And I've not, and it's a reasonably, unless I think, because there isn't a, as an individual, you're not going to go off and pay to become a trainer and then make a ton of cash off of your case study and training people how to do it like in a very short period of time. I think lots of people's motivations for doing this are slightly more altruistic and just based upon the enjoyment that they got from being in the environment, rather than it being a way to make a few pounds or euros or dollars or whatever it may be,
Yeah,
which I think is nice. And that's the one thing I do find is nice about the LeSS community, is that there's some good people trying to do good things, and it isn't all about the commercial aspect.